So let's talk about something that's sold in shadows but sits in many drawers. Sex toys. A topic so taboo. We whisper it, yet it's a 900 plus crore underground market. Why is India's legal system treating adult wellness like narcotics? Why does a plastic device invite panic while unsafe DIY hacks get ignored? Today we uncover the grey laws, missed policies, global parallels, and why adult wellness deserves adult conversation. Market on the rise. The numbers are not shy. In 2024 alone, India's sex toy market surpassed rupees 900 crores. Demand doubled post-COVID, with Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities contributing 40% of the sales. This is not an elite urban habit, it's national. But there's no regularity or clarity. So, what happens? Companies operate via loopholes, custom seize packages, which is delivered from the China, obviously, and consumers pay black market rates for basic wellness tools. Yes, sex toy is a wellness tool. If you use a thriving market without a moral or a legal map, that's India's current model. There is no specific law banning sex toys in India. There is no specific law banning sex toys in India. But sellers, platforms, and even customs behave like they were illegal. Why? Because IPC Section 292 and IT Act Section 67 treat anything obscene as punishable. But what is obscene? Is a personal wellness device obscene? The Calcutta High Court doesn't think so. In 2015, it ruled sex toys aren't inherently obscene. Yet every few months, police raids seize them. We were not enforcing law, we were enforcing discomfort. If you search for vibrator online, you will find relaxation massages, personal wellness devices, deep tissue devices, because the minute you call it what it is, it's flagged by payment gateways, customs, and police. Sellers play linguistic gymnastics. Platforms use vague thumbnails. Brands operate under semi-legal tax. Knowing one flagged product can kill an entire storefront. It's like playing chess blindfolded, with the morality as the referee. I am using these images which is freely available over Google indexing these images because this is legal in other countries with proper regulation, because we are humans and humans are also animals. We do sex so that we um, increases, or you can say anything, so that our generation grows for that. And this is what is in India with the 140 and 110, I say 170 billion population, world third or fourth largest, and still we for us sex toys are taboo. This isn't just about pleasure. Research from countries with liberal sex toys access shows lower sexual crime, lower infidelity, and improved physical health. Sexual frustration doesn't justify crime, but suppression can fuel desperation. Bans don't stop urges, they redirect them dangerously. Would India's rising sexual crime rates see a dent if people had private safe outlets? Maybe. But right now, we were too busy pretending that they don't exist. For sex education, Bollywood and Hollywood tried some kind of movies or the web series. From Bollywood, if I talk about the Toilet, the Padman, Janhit, Chhatriwali, Rocky and Rani Ki Kahani with Ranveer and Alia, these were the people who and the writers and the actors who doing great in for choosing these type of topics. But what is about the government, to whom we pay taxes, to whom we say that they are the decision makers? How? I don't understand. And what I think is if in India, if sex toys easily available, then the person will purchase them, do whatever they can. Maybe he or she can go wild, so that we will not see any kind of major rapist attacks in India, like Nirbhaya attack, Kolkata attack, etc. Maybe from that one toy we save our women's. But women's don't talk for this, males don't talk for this, and we are saying that we surpasses Japan in China. Yes, we surpasses in only population, else our brain is stuck somewhere. Walk into a chemist. I am talking about price versus excess versus crime. Walk into a chemist, you won't find a single sex toy legally stocked. Go online, you will find them disguised, overpriced, and unverified. Imported products are seized by custom. Locally made ones lack quality checks, so people either overpay or use unsafe objects. Lack of clarity, black market, higher price, higher risk. It's not just a moral confusion, it's dangerous economics. Health implications. Sex toys have verified the medical benefits. You can search by yourself. Reduce stress, better sleep, improved circulation, relief from pelvic pain. But lack of hygiene, untested material, and unsafe DIY hacks can cause internal injuries. You regulate cosmetics. The Indian government regulate toothpaste, but not the thing that enters intimate spaces. That's not policy. That's hypocrisy. In 2017, the Puttaswamy judgment confirmed privacy, including sexual privacy, is a fundamental right. So, what legal standing do we have in banning or restricting other pressure tools? This isn't about culture. This is about constitution. You can't claim to support mental health, gender equality, or personal freedom while criminalizing the very tools that help enable them. The US regulates sex toys under FDA. FDA is the umbrella in which the fake companies sell chemical in Indian market in the name of the whey protein. This is called FDA. FDA, if they claim therapeutic value. EU has CE certification to ensure material safety. What does India have? Nothing. Just moral panic and loopholes. No BIS standard, no pricing cap, no label norms. We were the fifth largest economy running on the 18th century silence. What law should look like in the future of India if I am talking about it? One, classify sex toys under adult awareness, not obscenity. Second, implement BIS safety standard like for any hygiene product. like even for helmets. For helmets, they use ISI, right? Third, enforce online age checks with a real verification, not just a button. Stop hiding, start regulating. That's how responsible democracies behave, if I think so. Let's be clear, this is not about promoting pleasure, it's about regulating reality. We don't shame someone for owning a treadmill, so why shame them for self-care in intimacy? Either we treat adults like adults or we remain the world's most confused democracy. I repeat, we remain the world's most confused democracy. Let's bring policy out of bedrooms and into the 21st century. This is the video for everyone who want to change India, who want crime should reduced in India. But how? With the help of people, not with the help of the netas with the supporting this religion or that religion. Thank you and have a nice day.